that realistically, not all these people are here because they give a fuck about music. I understand that. I understand that. But playing loud music and having a good time inside of us all believing in the same way. All of us, a lot of us have the same message, and us enjoying in that and feeling a sense of community. One, that's important.
Cry all day, and then the loud music because we're neighbors, and that the specificity, and
one mic.
There's also sound systems over there. They have the same.
Right. And so what? Right.
Shannon's not enough respect.
What?
I've been sitting over there for an hour.
I've been here. Because I waited to talk to you.
Okay. And I'm telling you the issues that I'm experiencing by the hour, every hour, since I've been here for 14 years.
Excuse me, there's one man that's really been here since day one.
That's not even what I'm talking about.
And if you want to know, anything,
You want to listen to music.
No. I'm trying to explain something.
That's not why.
You think I came up to you because that's all I care about?
This is turning into just a battle.
Okay, let me finish.
Is that when giving a message to people with that kind of an audience, specificity is necessary.
Absolutely.
And in saying the music is too loud, we need to respect our environment, our neighbors, and our allies in this, in solidarity. That is necessary and significant. But I was lacking some specificity in saying
because you said
you guys
this is wrong. You weren't talking about what
we
he was
can't
just
speak in vague
okay.
ambiguities because people aren't going to receive that message. You have to be very tailored and specific in what you say to them. That's the point I think that we've been trying to say. And so in all of it, what his point I think he's trying to say is that
Go ahead.
he's my brother, I know what he's saying. What he's trying to say is that joy, when we've been out on the streets crying and we've been shouting and we have anger, it is necessary to experience joy within that. And so joy is not the thing we want to take away. We don't want people to say you can't have fun for a second when we know you've been out there this whole time. What we want to say is I know, and we get that, but people who are sitting here listening,
people threatening taking my
I
shit
think
because
it's
I'm not playing the music they want to play when we're trying to spit.
What I'm saying is what I see right now. Let me speak to
One mic. There's one mic between you guys. There's one mic.
I never got to see why I went.
You're telling me about shit you don't know because you haven't been here.
I
you don't know that. Don't talk to him like that.
All right, bro. Just leave me alone. That's what you don't want to
You sound very frustrated, and we support you in that. We do support you. I don't want you to think that we're trying to distract from your message because we're not.
He's saying crazy stuff, bro. You don't want to do this.
I get
How about we give everybody a minute on the mic? How about that? How about everybody at least 2 minutes on the mic? How about that?
I'm talking about the fights that I've seen break out right here. That's what I'm saying.
We gonna play.
That's all
For everybody to be able to speak.
Getting the point
everybody fighting for a mic to speak this time of night when there's neighbors. That right here.
Right.
Elder stuff from right here. You're talking.
Right, exactly.
The time of night when people are talking.
And that's exactly what you said. Exactly it. Right.
No, she's talking about
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I hear that.
And I'm not saying people can't have fun, but right now it's late.
It's
And
late.
right
We need
now,
to
people
respect
are
our
trying to fight
environment.
each other out here, and that is not okay. And I see children out here just a little bit ago with their mother. I mean, I
We need
don't
to all
even
be
know
on
how
the
many
same page when
elders.
the sun goes down, that we need to bring it down in a respectful way, experience joy.
And we're not focused on the one energy that has the right to talk.
Okay.
Because we're all still talking.
We're here for the same reason,
I'm
you
ready to
guys.
shut the fuck up
We're
right
here
now.
for the same reason. We are.
So that's what I was
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm not saying nobody can have fun, but the music is loud and people are trying to fight. And right now, and this young man, what he expressed to me is that people have been trying to hug him for his system and for all this stuff, and that's not right either.
It's not.
That's not
He's
right
a valid
either.
reason to be concerned.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
that's why I'm saying, like, I'm gonna be here. I'm just happen to be here so we can bring the Tarpy over here, okay? And I've been witnessing all this stuff, right? And so when I came over here is because I seen fights almost break out, and it's heartbreaking because we're in this space And there's a lot of work that's been done up to this point, a lot of sacrifice. And so if we're gonna do things right, that fighting and having music up this loud when there's community, there's neighbors, and there's children, that part right now, that's what I'm saying.
We're all on the same page with that.
Okay.
And the only thing
So,
I think that was
as
trying
far
to be
as this
mentioned
young man-
was
Yeah.
that we got to be specific and that you can't be stealing from people. Respect their space,
Exactly.
respect the
You said
environment,
Okay, Pastor.
respect the community and the fact that we are amongst others who have been supporting us. And may not be out here right now, but they're around, and we cannot be starting and initiating violence. We cannot be taking from people and not respecting every person of every color. They are all here. We are here in solidarity together. And so in that specificity in the message, when someone does have the mic, when it was one of you or I don't know who was speaking, it was really lovely. And the point, I think it was you, the point you were making was extremely valid. But we just have to tailor it to say, most of us are here for the right reasons. Those of you who aren't need to leave. That's it. We're not gonna speak in broad generalities to you. We're telling you that you're not helping us. We're putting our lives at risk. You are harmful. You're being harmful and negative to people who are here also in support.
People to do that because no one's been doing that.
Well, I mean, when you guys do have the mic like that and you have an audience, that's in those environments. That's when it's extra significant to use tailored words. That's it. And it sounds like we're all on the exact same page.
How can we be on the same page right now?
Right now, I think we are. It's just
I
make
think
sure we
that
tailor our
your brother
language.
feels like I said something to offend him. Did I?
No, not
okay,
offend.
if you want to say something to me, I'm right here. I'm right here.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make things clarity is that I understand that you want respect, and I agree with that.
Take it off.
Okay. And I agree with that. Okay. But the one thing is that you need to be specific in what way you want respect. If you saw people fighting, say you don't want people fighting. If you saw people trying to rob this guy's equipment, say you don't want motherfuckers trying to steal from people who are supporting the cause.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to finish what I'm saying. That anger's not directed at you. It's frustration.
We've been out all day too, you know. Yeah.
And I understand when you say that if you were here, being here,
Yes.
I agree with that because there's a lot of people here who are not really part of the cause. They're here because it's cool and it's hip. And I get that.
But there are more of us that are here.
No, yeah, and there's more of us that are here for a good reason. We are here for a reason. That's the only reason I even came up to, because I can tell someone like you has a voice, and people listen to the voice that you say. But I also think that feeling a sense of community, even if it's loud music, is that our people got killed. I know you understand that. I know you understand that.
For over 500 years.
No, I understand.
They were trying to erase us.
No, that's what I'm saying.
All of us.
That's
Brown, black, indigenous.
Exactly, I agree with you 100%.
Oppression isn't a competition.
It's not a competition. Oh,
No. In community, we all have experiences.
We were agreeing.
we are agreeing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I know you understand it. It's not a competition. I know that you know what it feels like to have your people raped and to have no one believe you, have no one see
Or
you,
murdered
have no one on
and
your
it
side.
never be talked about.
No, that's what I'm talking
Have
about.
your history erased.
Thank you for this whole country was stolen from 1 second. I'm trying to have a talk.
Heard.
I really need a chair. I'm in a lot of
But
Let's get you a chair.
One more thing. I'm sorry. But the person who has your voice, try to be specific as possible. And remember that sometimes the music and the sense of community is that gets bodies on the ground.
So they
If
bring down the
bodies on the
volume.
ground are important. But that's all I'm just trying to say.
No, honey, and I appreciate you, and I just want you all to know that
And you didn't offend
if
me.
you guys have the music playing in the day and it's been playing all day, that's one thing, and that's okay. I'm not saying you guys can't be out here and have a joy.
Thank you for
whatever.
right on that chair.
But yes, thank you. But the thing about I'm saying is, what time of night is it? And we do have neighbors. There are neighbors here. There are people that live in this community, and there are people that it's 10:22. At what point does the music stop?
No respect.
Out of respect for our surroundings. At what point?
Have a daily conversation with the coalition of the neighbors. This girl's name is Rose, and she's helping. And each day she comes up and we talk about what time we're gonna stop music for that particular evening.
So it's a Sunday night.
Yeah, we are all in agreement on what you're saying.
Is the music done right now?
It should be
And
done
are you
or
gonna
very
put
low.
your stuff away?
The concern I have is the people that don't necessarily agree, because we are all continuously learning the path we are all trying to be on at the same time. You know, we all think we are on the same page, but until we understand and listen to each other, we're not going to be on the same page. You know, we're in the same chapter, but I brought down, I don't know how much, this isn't for me, this is for you guys to use as a platform. If I don't feel safe, and if our agenda, which we have scheduled days in advance, can't like happen because some other people want party music to happen, then we had 3,000 people in the NAACP here earlier, and after that, some other people wanted to come and play some harder music than what we were trying to do. And I didn't have anybody else. I had a lot of people talking about how they wanted to help, and nobody else was helping me while I was trying to deal with 4 or 5 people behind my desk telling me that I was being racist for not trying to play their music.
You didn't know what everybody needs to do is stand on their toes and say, I'm done with it right now. And that's what I asked you to do. So when you say that you didn't have anybody saying that, I know it's your shit, right? I told you that. It's cool.
But I do not want to take my speakers away, but if we cannot come to a mutual agreement on how working to make sure they're defending your then
he's not ready to say no.
So you guys can be heard. It's not my agenda, it is not my program to decide what comes out, but it is my job to maintain the proper energy level,
Right.
and make sure our message is not disputed.
Exactly.
You know?
Thank you for that.
One of the big things that we're trying to do having different messages, figuring out which one makes sense. I think people should have
and like you said, the fun. It is unhealthy to experience any one emotion 24 hours a day. I don't want people being angry and pissed off. Of course, we're the rejuvenation station. Fucking come wiggle your butt for a minute and then get back out there and get some mission.
Don't take advantage.
We can't make it about that. Right. We have to be receptive and stick to what it is that we are trying to achieve. Fuck Chav, we are not Chav. We are not autonomous. We are not seceding. We are legally protesting. We are fucking changing the system within. We had 60,000 people at the fucking silent march. I'm sorry for swearing. 2 days ago, and we have the momentum. And the only thing, all the people have been assassinated in the last 150 years are people that have tried to integrate white people with black people. And that's the only thing that has fucking kept us down. And that's what they're fucking scared of.
Joy has to supplement the movement.
And for me, it's hard, and these are waters none of us have navigated before. But we have to listen to each other and patience.
Yeah, I'm from Hackensack, New Jersey, but the reason why I wanted to talk about this real quick is you all need to look at Camden, New Jersey. Some of you may know what's going on in Camden, New Jersey 7 years ago. They defunded the police department. Police department.
Nice.
Where's my nephew?
I'm taking his place for
Once they defunded
he just ran over.
they hired the new police chief and then hired everybody back. Once they hired everybody back, they made sure that each one of the people that they hired became not a policeman, but a community security officer. And since the 7 days, the 7 years that this happened, the first year after it happened, crime went down 67%. This is a blueprint that Seattle needs to find.
This is the specificity that we need. This is the man that we need talking.
This is easy.
Can we get him on the mic?
All you have to do
This is information.
Google CNN.
Mama says it's okay.
It's kind of a tomorrow thing.
In Camden, New Jersey. And CNN has an hour talk about this very program of what they did and how they got the crime rate, the police brutality to go down. And if we use that as a blueprint, we get somebody like Biden and everybody else. People in Seattle, the police chief, the security in Seattle. If we get that to happen, I think we can make some legitimate progress and look at the blueprint that they've been doing this for 7 years. They put each housing project as policemen that live there. They know the grandmothers and grandfathers. Right. They know which kids are doing the bad things and they talk to them. They don't beat them in the head. They say, look, you can't be doing this stuff.
Right. That's the old way.
And that's the way they have community policing.
That's the way it
You
happens right
teach
now.
them how to do. You teach them how to do.
Like even in traditionally with tribes, we have villages. Before colonization, we have villages. And so in our villages, we know each other. We know the families. before invaders, before colonizers came here, we had a way of life that where we all knew each other. Okay, and
Community,
so when somebody did something, everybody knew it, and they would, and there would be community response to that about how to handle these situations within community.
Would it be the community?
So
It wouldn't be a
this is a
separate force
community.
outside of the community.
It wouldn't be outside,
Exactly.
it would be the community.
Part of the community.
So in this space, we are the community. And when I say policing, I mean us. Like taking and holding each other responsible.
So let me tell you what they did.
With specificity, with everything.
Once they did
You're saying
that,
some real shit.
once they did that, they hired everybody back. They got rid of the police union. They separated themselves totally with the police union. They separated themselves with the DA. They had the district attorney and the prosecutor were totally separate, and the medical examiner. So you do those three things. This was in Camden, New Jersey. Okay, right outside of Philadelphia, in South Jersey. Google it, CNN, Camden, New Jersey Police Department.
Sounds good.
On there. And this is what happened here in Seattle, New York, Tennessee, LA, Baltimore. And
This is the way forward. This is what we do after the funding the police. This whole day, I was literally talking about what do
maybe you want to talk about
funded, and that's why you need to go on the phone.
Talk about police and the community, right?
The teachers,
This is for Black Lives Matter, right? So you see that big tent?
yes.
When cameras are flying out here, what do you think the headline is going to show from what's going on? That's what I'm trying to say. That's a wait, bro. I got you, bro. You know what I mean? Let me talk, bro. Yeah. They got to take that tent down. They got to come down. That tent right there about fossil fuels, that has to come down right now. That's not about Black Lives Matter. That's what I'm trying to say. At all.
This is not.
That's
all
not
right, my
about
turn
Black
to talk.
Lives
Everybody,
Matter.
listen to what I'm saying now. My time to talk. This is a Black Lives Matter protest. Black Lives Matter protest. Right now, black people are being taken advantage of. Our movement that we had in front of that precinct is being taken advantage of by what? Nomads. People that's camping and shit like that, living out here, doing acid, doing crack, coke, everything right now is being taken advantage of black people movement. Bro, I don't have nothing, I promise you this.
My daughter's a
movement,
macabre.
I don't have
That has to
nothing.
come down.
Yes. That's not a part of
child's a
black
macabre. That has
people's
to come
movement.
down.
We're here
That's
because
nothing to do with
we want justice for people that we lost. From not even this year, not even last year, for 300 years ago. No, centuries, brother. Centuries.
We fight for everybody. It's the first time everybody came up to us. The first.
We don't know
Nobody
about whose soil this was.
Nobody.
We don't know whose soil this was. You feel me? We just know we never had a
we
piece of
died
it.
on it.
We just know we never had a piece of it. You feel me? We know that we never had no shares of it. Understand that. We don't know who it was stole from, but we know that when black people were here, we didn't have nothing of this part of this land. You feel me? All we want is our share, basically, bro. I felt like this whole protest, this is still a protest, but right now we're being taken advantage of by everybody you're looking at right now.
That tent is going to be the only thing to go from this movement.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That got to come down right now.
You got up there today.
That's why they put it up there
today.
because of the drone
There was
flying.
nothing about Black People Lives Matter up there. It was only about the soil. This is not about that, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like,
Indigenous people, 2 years ago, when they found that lawsuit, they made it so dark-skinned natives could not be part of that lawsuit. You cannot come out here and do this to us.
Bro, this
It's
is
not there, not
You
on the
did not
scene.
include it.
Black
But we
Lives
were
Matter.
not included in that. We were not.
But
Matter.
not, they
Am I
don't
telling the
speak,
truth?
they don't speak for
But
every
am I
single
telling
one
the
of them.
truth? Am I telling the
I'm
truth?
telling you right now, as
But
a
am I
woman
telling the
who's part
truth?
native, who's part black,
My daughter is a
they do
macabre.
not speak
My
for
daughter is a
everyone.
macabre. Am I telling the truth?
We do
though?
not want to
Were
alienate.
dark-skinned natives not included in the
do?
federal law?
You may
Were
be correct
dark-skinned-
or not, but
were
listen, that
dark-
does not speak for
Hold
every
on,
Native
just
American.
answer my question. Were dark-skinned natives not
No,
included?
do not
They
strawman
were not
me.
included.
Does not strawman
Were
me.
they
There's
not
not a
included?
one or the other.
Were
Pray
they not
for
raped?
myself.
We're light-skinned natives.
Are we about Black Lives
need to
Matter?
be
This is about Black Lives Matter, right? This is about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter only.
Black Lives Matter only.
This is Black Lives Matter.
only.
This is why Black Lives Matter.
This is why
This is why.
Yes,
You're
because
not
you
gonna
take
do
everything
this.
away.
You're alienating allies.
Black Lives Matter,
You're
bro.
alienating
No,
allies.
No, this is why
We
Black
need to
Lives
be
Matter.
unified. And if you don't understand that,
You need to be
You're
unified
distracted
fighting for
from
Black
the
Lives
moment.
Matter in this moment.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
This
We
moment
fight
we
for
know.
everybody all the time.
That's
You got
what we
people fighting
chant.
for their own freedom.
That tent says Black Lives Matter as a sub note at the very bottom. Look at that tent.
You're alienating
Look at that
allies.
tent.
Eagle son. Eagle son.
This disrespect. It's complete disrespect. It's complete utter disrespect. It's complete disrespect to that man who got his neck stepped on. It's complete disrespect to that man who got his neck stepped on.
Out of just knowing that we haven't been hurt. No, it's okay. It's not about that. I understand that. So what am I doing now?
They were alienating allies. All the messages combined together and are much louder. And if they don't understand that, they're detracting from the movement regardless. I don't care who you say, what you're doing. When they say, put your hands down, you're not black. No, I'm part black. Okay? I fucking know. People are not white too. People are not. I'm part native. I'm part Hispanic. And guess what? You don't tell. I'm speaking. You don't tell people to put their hands down when they're out here, even marching through the streets. You don't tell people.
Drip!
Somebody drop something. Somebody drop something right there.
What's up, boys? You know me, man.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I gotta pull this out by ear. Can you take these earbuds out? All right, so you guys now, the reason why I brought the camera over here is you guys now say something that what we're seeing on Twitter and a lot of other statements. Like, I get feedback from everybody, believe me. Far left. Hold on. So just let me finish what I'm saying. Is I getting feedback all the way from the far left to the far right, where people are saying is like, is this still about a Black Lives Matter? Is this still, was it ever about that? And what is this now? You see what I'm saying? What is it, Chad? You pointed out something when you was over there talking. You said somebody who's been here from day one is me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And every single day I've been out here. So now I just wanted to follow up with you guys because it's important everybody hears people's voices. How are you feeling the state of this protest, Chaz or Chop, whatever it is right now, relates to the original cause of why you first came out here? I've seen this brother a little bit, but you know, I first met you like on day 1 or day 2.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Because I came out here from day 1 and day 2 to preach what I believe in for my movement, for my people to get our part in this situation. You feel me? You already have the natives speaking on their own part. You already have people that's homeless right now, that's tenting. When I came from New York, check this. When I came from New York City 2 months ago, I came in a Greyhound bus and I drove in Seattle. I seen tents everywhere in Seattle out there. You feel me? That's a whole nother movement. Those people, they're trying to fight so they don't have to pay their rent, so they don't have to do anything, so they can live freely through the streets and do whatever they want. That's not a part of Black Lives Matter. That wasn't, because that already been out there. The natives, they've been fighting for that for how long, we don't even know, you feel me? But right now, what we're fighting for is Black Lives Matter. Like, we care about the people that we're losing for centuries now. We don't have no problems with nobody else. We just want everyone to know that this is a Black Lives Matter protest. That tent right there doesn't show anybody that this is a Black Lives Matter protest. You feel me? When you look at that tent, do you think people are talking about Black lives? Do you think that people are talking about Breonna Taylor, George Floyd? You think Sean that just died? You think his dad? You think any his family? You talking about families that are out here, right?
None of them
the families are our neighbors right now that are here, that lost ones that went so hard for us. Do you think any message on that tent or anywhere is saying, or today that protest up there have been saying anything about Black Lives Matter? No. Right now, this shit is being so corrupt. You got people in the streets selling Black Lives Matter t-shirts for $30 with people's names on the back, pictures, but it's not going nowhere. It's going straight to their pockets. You know what I mean? This is not about, like, this is in most people's hearts, like me and this man right here, truly black man. We know we out here every night, every day.
It was a native man that spoke up the other day and said, give black people $10 like we out here looking for handouts.
No.
I'm the one who got on the microphone and said, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
You don't want no handouts.
Come on now.
Working,
it's disrespect.
hard.
I work out here. I live out here. I'm from Ohio. I'm an employer. I employ people in infrastructure. Black people. I get people in and out the union. This is about Black Lives Matter. Nobody out here has represented us like we represent everybody. We walk with everybody. We stand with everybody. For the first time in life, everybody stand with us. And let's be clear, my daughter is a Macaw Indian, Native American, my only child, my only baby. That is a disrespect to Black Lives Matter. None of y'all, that tent that we shouldn't even keep shining light on, somebody wrote in a Sharpie as an afterthought, Black Lives Matter on that tent. We are tired of that. I was out here the other day speaking. I talk about Divestation 2020, investing in black banks, black infrastructure.
Yes, changing the education system.
Education. We make this a
them
cool
the real-
zone. We
yes.
make this a
That's
tax-free
why I'm out
zone
here.
for petty hustlers.
That's why I'm out here talking to people about that.
No taxes, no sales tax in this
Let's
6-zone block, where if you come out of jail, you can sell your wares like you can in New York and other places within this 6 blocks. You still get city taxes everywhere else, but that's the kind of stuff we want from this movement. Ain't nobody here talking about no fossil fuel. Tamir Rice from Cleveland ain't thinking about no fossil fuels. Eric Garner, ain't nobody thinking about no fossil fuels. Ain't nobody in Minneapolis.
The world is not talking
and
about
furthermore, natives, why didn't y'all include dark-skinned natives in the lawsuit 2 to 3 years ago?
Okay, let me stop you. Hold on. Now let me stop you right there. Because hold on. Let me stop you right there because we have to give the viewers context. A lot of people aren't from the Northwest. A lot of people might not know about a lawsuit or whatever. So you need to come a bit closer and explain what you're talking about.
A few years ago, that natives filed to try to get, funds and everything else. And what they did was disincluded dark-skinned natives from that lawsuit, so you couldn't receive none of those benefits. So let's talk about that if you want to come put a tent out at the Black Lives Matter movement. But let's not talk about that because this is about black lives.
So let me ask you, hold on. Let me ask you a question, especially you right here on the left. Do you think that the focus of the protest changed once the Western Barricade was cleared? Because when the Western Barricade was clear, people were there at the barricade every day, literally chanting Black Lives Matter. The barricade fell, the Chaz or Chop opened, and do you think once that barricade fell, that Western Barricade, it was really like a common opposition for people who were on the protester side, was that barricade. Once that barricade fell, do you feel that the message changed?
I'm going to start off with this. Seattle have 7% of black people here. We do not have a strong alliance of black people supporting us. You know what I mean? So basically, once that barricade fell in the front, people got confused. They don't know what they really wanted out of this whole protest. They don't know what they're chasing after. And this is why Black Lives Matter. This is why we're still here. Because that barricade, all that protesting and stuff, when you really look, there's a lot of white people just talking for us, you feel me? When you look to the left, when you look to the right, you got a lot of white people being talked for us, bro. You got people being influenced, you got black faces being influenced by the white man to talk for us, telling them what we want, bro. You know what I mean? I do not want the police defunded, bro. I don't want no police, you feel me? I don't want there to be no police system. This community right here that's going on, I've been watching this for days now, you feel me? For days. There's been thousands and thousands of people coming in and out of here. And if nobody understands that, nobody's been shot, nobody's been murdered. One man been shot and the cops was on duty. We still had cops over here when that man was shot. Ever since this opened up, nobody has been shot. No women have been raped. People, all right, something was being stolen, but was it stolen? No. Things was being controlled, you feel me? This is what life is supposed to be like. Simple. It's just simple, bro. Come on.
So, I mean, what would your message be for people that are attending or coming out here to the Chaz and everything else? What would you want them to do? What message do you want them to carry?
I want you to come out here into this free area, cop-free space. Everybody here is free. Sit down and talk to whoever you talk to. Whenever you get a chance to talk to 10 people and influence one to do the right thing, to keep that movement going, you feel me? Because you think people are gonna get funded for all of this? This is all being funded right now. You feel me? This is all being funded for people's entertainment and shit like that. You think in 2 weeks, people are still gonna be throwing away thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars for black? Nah, bro, you feel me? So I want people to keep making sure they sit down with whoever they're talking to and make sure that Black Lives Matter, bro. That's
black
all.
faces to get out here and be represented.
Yes, bro.
This is what's happening right now. It's being taken advantage of because there's not enough black faces out here strong enough. We're taking advantage of the fact that we don't want no issues out here. So because we don't want no issues, we don't want no violence, you can bully yourself and bully your way into a situation and get your agenda across. And when somebody speak up, you can try to talk to, oh, let's talk love, let's talk peace, let's talk Black Lives Matter. That's the only thing we out here for.
Right.
Nothing else. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, point blank period. If the natives want to come out here and walk with us, We welcome
anybody.
that. But you walk beside
Not
Black
only
Lives
the
Matter
natives,
and not your own agenda.
Not only the natives.
That's Kashrama
not
Swan
only
and
the
everybody
natives.
else.
Not only the natives too. I'm talking about natives. I'm talking about there's a lot of homeless people out here, bro. I do not even know where they're coming from, bro. And I swear to God,
we should be taking that tent down while we talking, because every drone that fly over, the only thing on the news is that tent.
To talk about, to just get fucked up in this park and all this shit. You feel me? Come out here to help out black people, to spread the word. Do you know how you can help us out? Using your white privileges to go up there and threaten the police and tell them if one more black people die, you guys will go to war with them. You feel me? That's how you help black people out. You do not come out here and get drunk off coke, get lit, bro. Don't do none of that. You think I'm lit right now? Nobody. You think this man is lit? If cops pull up and run down on us, we're ready to do. We're ready because we're out here fighting. You feel me? We're not out here to have a good time.
Just one last question: are any of you guys? So I mean, it's kind of confusing to the general public, because there's the slogan Black Lives Matter, and then there's the organization Black Lives Matter. Are either of you guys with the organization?
Anybody from any ranks of Black Lives Matter. I'm willing to connect with anybody that's about a black banking system, a black infrastructure, black schools, black medical schools, black STEM, black infrastructure, black business. That's what I'm about. This cool zone, we're about turning this cool zone into something positive and safe for black Americans and black American business. That's what we're here for. Let's not let the focus get lost. We are here, and we are only here for black Americans to get set up. We want, while we're talking to the governor, while we're talking to the mayor, what we would like for you. We like an executive order stating that slavery and Jim Crow laws did undue harm to black Americans, thusly causing us to not be able to live the dream that was promised us. The state of Washington, housing discrimination. The state of Washington, discrimination is minority status practice, OMWB, where white women come September will be allowed to be considered a minority in the state of Washington for practices of business. That is not okay. Affirmative action was only approved because white women are involved. We have our allies out here. Our allies need to walk with us and not be focused on their own agendas. Because if you are focused on your own agenda, you are not our ally. You are not walking with us. You are disrespecting the whole movement and the whole statement behind Black Lives Matter.
If you're saying anything else than Black Lives Matter, you do not belong out here.
So
if you say anything else other than Black Lives Matter,
and the fact that they're not moving to take that tent down while we're doing all that talking,
so let me throw this out here. So last year, the state legislature here in Washington State, the House and the Senate unanimously passed House Bill 1918, which was passed in May and signed into law in July of last year by Governor Jay Inslee. It's just the Central District, but House Bill 1918, like I said, passed both houses here in the state of Washington unanimously, where it said that the black people in the Central District of Seattle were systemically targeted by government, and government went after them to basically destroy the neighborhood there by laws and policies. So what you're saying when you just said, you talk about the governor and Governor Jay Inslee, there has been a bill 1918 that addresses the Central District that's out there. A lot of people are unaware of House Bill 1918, but the fact that it passed all houses unanimously means even people in Okanagan County, Pend Oreille, you know what I'm saying, Walla Walla, every legislator in the state of Washington agreed that black people were systemically targeted, you know what I'm saying, in the Central District. So there is a law or a bill that passed that outlines that, and it's very clear that, you know what I'm saying, the government has worked against the black community in the Central District in Seattle. Are you looking, you're looking for more legislation?
You've been discriminated against in Tacoma. You get discriminated against in Federal Way. You get discriminated against if you're black everywhere. Let's extend that statewide before you go back and occupy the zone. Let's make these city blocks a tax-free zone so people, black people, can make money like you can in New York and other places where you can sell your wares. If you have a felony, you won't die for selling jeans or sneakers in this zone because it's a 6-block tax-free zone where you can set up some type of infrastructure. Now, along with that, it's time to put some financial foundation in place.
I want to say one thing real quick.
We need that tent to come down.
Yeah, watch this. This is really
it's
about
coming down.
That
tent's coming down.
One
as long as you say the tent's coming down.
One moment, real quick. You see this? This is what I want to see. You see how you got this camera out here since day one. You know what I mean? The publicity the way how we was moving out here attracted a lot of media, attracted a lot of people to come out here right now to use the media that we started the movement with, you know what I mean? Black Lives Matter was the first thing, you know what I mean? Like what you said, you got people questioning you actually if that was even a thing. It was, it had to be, because that was what people are chanting right now, you know what I mean? But here, it got all messed up because other people are coming out now to use the media, the publicity that we're getting, just the little bit that we need right now, you know what I mean? To connect with the rest of the world, with the rest of all Black Lives Matter groups, you know what I mean? A little bit. We have people like that, we have people like this coming out here to take that away. So that's the problem. That's the only problem right now. People are using the media. So I want to know, this is the elder, I want to ask her one question. It's like, if she has ever asked, if she has ever talked about Black Lives Matter at a Black Lives Matter protest.
Ma'am, you wanted to speak, ma'am?
Have you ever asked, no, have you ever said Black Lives Matter when you were up here on the mic or over here on the mic?
I said it several times.
Have you ever talked about that this here, right? Is a Black Lives Matter protest, right?
We come in solidarity. I've said that every time I come here.
Okay.
And every person that I've talked to, this is not my, first of all, this is not my structure. No, I didn't.
We don't get to walk out the door.
This is instructions, right? And so what I'm saying is that it was up there, and we had an event today called the Culture Day. So we're bringing in, and it was a sanctioned event that we had together, and it was planned and organized. Okay, this is, there's the Wamish and Coast Salish people here that I can't speak for all of them, but we were opening up the space for the tribes that are from this territory, their ancestors, to come into this space. Okay? I don't have any control over what that says. This is the brother you want to talk to, but I also am here in peace. I feel so like, I can't even tell you, like the brother's really angry.
No, we're both, we both are. But you want to know why we're both angry? Because,
wait.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me address it, because I really feel it. This is what I feel. I feel really bad because nobody in our community, like especially me, at the time that I've been coming out here, I mean, I'm tired, I'm in pain, but I come out here, and the reason why I've been coming out here is to stand with Black Lives Matter. And we have families that have been murdered by police. 10 families, 10 natives in this area. We came out here because your justice is our justice. And if you get the justice, we get the justice. Hopefully, if we come together, hopefully that if Black Lives Matter makes sense, we walk with you, then they can't kill the rest of us too. Like this, killing Native people.
They know exactly
this young man right here, his uncle was killed, John T. Williams, right here in Seattle. There's been so many families that testified today in front of everybody about how their loved one was murdered by police, and nothing is being done. And nothing is being done. Okay, so we make up like 2% of this area.
Let me just jump in here. Statistically speaking, Native Americans have the highest rate of murders by the police than anybody. They have a smaller population, but per capita, natives have the highest rate of murders by the police than anybody.
And nobody, you wanna talk about like how often we're forgotten on our own territory, how often that conversations have, and nobody is. I mean, we are the most humble people. Now this right here, it's not even my structure, but I'll apologize for it. I'll apologize for it, and they will take it down. Okay, this is the thing. I'm not traditionally from here, so I cannot speak over people that are from here. That is our way. That is the protocol of things. So every time I come out here, I am walking lightly and carefully of the people that have been here for thousands of years.
Yes, exactly.
So this is the thing. We just want to be together. We want to be together. Our families want to be together. We want justice too. Okay? And nobody's talking about the ones that are being murdered from our people. For over 500 years, they've been trying to erase us. And this is great. This is great. The justice that is coming to life. Everything that's happening, this movement, Black Lives Matter. I get that.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't even take up that much space.
You heard what she said. She understand that movement that's coming together. Black Lives Matter. You heard what you just said. It's
and
a
they
movement.
matter.
It's a movement. It's a movement that just impacts the whole world right now.
Yes.
The whole world. And that we feel like, if you hear black people right now in front of you guys telling you that we feel taken advantage of, we do. We feel very taken advantage of, because this is not about anything else. I do not hear. I'm sorry. I have not been caught up on anything that you guys are out here fighting for. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You guys are fighting for something different. You guys been through something different. Yes, you guys are fighting. You guys want your land back. You guys want your land back.
I'm not even here for that, though. I'm not here for that.
One question to you too. Hold on. All right. You said you want to stand with us. We should fight together. All right. What about on the other
that's
side?
not my tent.
But it's his right. He wants to speak. Hold on. He wants to speak.
Just ask him a question. Yeah. On the other side, why wouldn't you put the BLM sign there?
We didn't. That's old messaging. This structure here has occupied the Olympia State Capitol to say, fuck you, Washington State government, quit fucking killing us with your fucking fossil fuel. And we're done with colonialism, destroying our people and harming our children. And so when we talk about the police killing our people, well, the police are a visible hand of abuse that we can see, right? We can see that, we can feel that on our body. We experience that abuse from the hand. That's the hand.
Yeah, sure.
But that hand has a body, and that body is called colonialism. And that's a motherfucker. That has been killing our people here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And then they harm you. And we came here specifically. I apologize for that old wording on that structure, and that's a living being to our people. And I apologize that it says something different than what you're working for. But I want you to know that I feel
Hey, what? See, this is what I'm talking about.
Hey, we don't have any protection out here, and we don't know who has what. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move away from this, because we don't know who has what out here, and that's not necessarily a good environment for us, and we don't know what an outcome right here with this
Look at what y'all caused this.
No. We don't have none of our protection out here, so we.
Nobody was there earlier.
They've been fighting
Hey, we don't have our protection out. Now our shirts are off. This is when things go back. So we don't have any of our stuff out. Let me turn this light off over here. We don't have anything. So we're gonna step back.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea of what or who or anything, and so I think the most unfortunate thing about this scuffle that we just witnessed right here is I think that we saw some people having a breakthrough. What just happened? We were witnessing a breakthrough between, a guy that I could say has actually been here from day one, the guy with the dreads. The guy with the dreads was a guy that I've been out here following. He was one of the first people I ever interviewed from day one. The other gentleman, the older gentleman, he said he's from Cleveland. This was my first time. I think I've seen him here before, but I hadn't seen him in in an interview capacity. But the guy the young guy with the dreads. He's on several streams from. What's that? If he runs back out, somebody got a light on us. Turn that light down. No. If he runs, there he is. Okay. Yeah. So now we're gonna step all the way back. And so what we don't know, all right. So anytime the security people are telling me to move these days, I move, and they're telling me to move. So we're gonna move all the way back. That's not gonna end. That's not gonna end well. That's not gonna end well. That's not.
What's going on?
So that's not good.
Somebody got a gun? Who got a gun?
Say let's watch.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, we don't want to get up close. We might get that. They might think we're fall.
Never mind. I got it.
And we're here again. They can't fuck with us. So the motherfucking bitch job going around with the megaphone all motherfucking night. Hey, we out here. If you talk about this movement, go that bitch stuff. We say Black Lives Matter. Yeah, come on, man. We out here, motherfucker. We gonna give it to them once again. If you really with this movement and you give a fuck, so that bitch stuff and say Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. We out here. Woo!
Wow. We're just gonna keep the camera right here for a minute, everybody, and we'll gather some things. They're gonna make an assessment over here. We got quite a few other people now that are moving that direction.
Turn that light off.
Yeah, I think hopefully this is just, whatever, a scuffle, and people move out of their way. But what's unfortunate is, man, that was like a real conversation that was popping off right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, man, that was a real, and this is what we're seeing though, right? It's like, man, it's just like, the fight between these different groups for a collective equality or justice or whatever word you want to call it is like, man, it's even with that it's fractional, these guys over here, and like I said, we want to be clear. When you hear people out here now in the Chaz or Chop, or even when during the protest phase in the Western Barricade, when that was going on, when people are saying Black Lives Matter out here, they're not representative of the organization Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter has said on several times that they're not part of this particular protest. They had the march the other day. That was their protest. And so what you hear the guys are saying, they're like, man, they're basically saying, at least the gentleman we talked to was like, yo, man, this whole thing was about black people and black people getting what they're supposed to get. Kind of paraphrasing, you guys saw the stream, you can rewind it. Then you had the Native woman saying that, like, man, we're not trying to co-opt anything, we're trying to stand with you. Because basically, you know what I'm saying, your rights are our rights. And, we're here to support. Now the TP seems to be a point of contention here. And what they were saying is that the TP apparently made a lot of news today. But, their issue is, it seems like it's more long-standing than just today. Talking to the guys over there, that it's just the way that the whole protest has turned since the barricade came down. But anyway, as for today, they were like, they were saying that the TP is on the news. People are talking about the TP. They're talking about all the other things, but they're not talking about Black Lives Matter. The Native woman, she's been on the screen a few times. You guys have seen her. She, her response again was like, man, we came here to support. And so then the other thing that actually occurred is that the guy whose structure it is said that that's the same TP. It's all good?
It's all working itself out.
Okay. He said, some of our security guys over here, he said that these guys are working themselves out, which is a good thing. He said that TP was actually on the Capitol in Olympia, and the wording on there that says, that they're against fossil fuels. He said that, that apparently native lands or native children were highly impacted by fossil fuels in the state of Washington. He said that the wording on the TP was old, and he offered an apology that they didn't remove the wording. And now what we do find is as we see a medic running across the field, he said that the TP wasn't meant to disrespect, it's meant to honor. Man, it's a lot to unpack right here.